Welcome to First Take. Good to see everyone on this lovely Tuesday. Lots to get to today. Shay Cornett here with you. Stephen A. Smith's right there. Vincent Goodwill, Kendrick Perkins. It is draft day here in New York. We'll get to the NBA draft in a little bit. In the meantime, we have to dive right on in because we had some breaking news overnight from Shams Charania. Yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo has been traded to the Miami Heat. We knew Giannis would likely be on the move before tonight's draft, and it would come down either to the Celtics or the Heat. And here we are. The Heat now get a champion, the Finals MVP, and a 10-time All-Star. Here's the haul. Both Giannis and Bobby Portis will head to Miami, while the Bucks get Tyler Hero, Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez, and Kasparas Yakachunas. 3 first-round picks, including number 13 in tonight's draft, a pick swap in 2030, the 2033 second-rounder. Okay, Stephen A., what does Giannis now make the Miami Heat?
Relevant. That's what the word is, relevant. The Miami Heat, for quite some time, that's been the real knock about them. It's like you have everything here, and I mean everything. And, excluding no state income taxes. And it was just impossible to imagine why it was difficult for Pat Riley and them to get some stars to want to come here. So to pull off getting Giannis, a top 5 player on the planet as far as I'm concerned, when healthy, is a huge, huge deal. Their team is not fully assembled. They got an abundance of people to add to the roster. But this is the Miami Heat. We all know they know how to fill a roster. The question is, can you get the star? And they got him. They got Giannis Antetokounmpo, a gazelle, coming downhill, coming right at you. One of the top 5 players on the planet, make no mistake about it. And then you think about the thought of pairing him with a Bam Adebayo. Your defense is going to be elite. Let's not forget they're getting Bobby Portis along the way, who can ball. The combination of all of that, their front line essentially is set. You got to go out there. You got to get some guards. You got to fill your roster. I get all of that part. But definitively speaking, I don't give a damn what role, what pieces they have to fill to make a roster. When you look at the Eastern Conference, you've got the NBA, I never thought I'd be able to say this, the reigning NBA champion New York Knicks to deal with. You have the Boston Celtics, still a team to be reckoned with. But I think outside of those 2 teams, the Miami Heat is right there when all is said and done. I easily see them as a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference, obviously, once their roster is assembled.
I don't. I don't. I woke up, looked at my phone, and went back to sleep. Saw the news and went right back to sleep. And you know who else went back to sleep? With the AC on 60 and a box fan blowing in his face? Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. Nobody was scared. This move ain't move or shake anybody. Real talk. We could talk about defense, and rightfully so. We could talk about, what Bam and Giannis is going to look like for as their defensive impact. And, yeah, they're going to be one of the better defensive teams. But we saw one of the better defensive teams get their ass kicked in the NBA Finals, led by Victor Wembanyama. Because you know why? Because you need a closer, perimeter play. You need a guard that's going to go out there and be able to get money. And I get it. We can say, yeah, they're not done. But what other guy are they going to need a closer? Jalen Brunson, Big Body Brunson, showed you how important this year perimeter play was. And so when I think about Giannis, let me say this. Giannis will never win another championship with him being the number 1 option. I repeat, Giannis Antetokounmpo, you heard what I said. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, my God.
No. Giannis Antetokounmpo would never win another championship with him being the number 1 scoring option. You can make all the faces that you want, but I'm telling you the real. When you look at what you need to do, you have to have a guy that's going to come through in the 4th quarter. If you want to go back to his Milwaukee championship, yes, he had the 50-point game in the closeout game, but leading up to that point, Chris Middleton had a nickname, Money Making Middleton. When you go and look at who was closing majority of those 4, hold up. When you go and look and watch and see who was closing majority of those 4 quarters, Money Making Middleton was getting money. I remember in the conference finals against the Atlanta Hawks, Giannis.
Oh my God.
Giannis. They sent y'all home that year. Didn't they send you home that year?
Listen. You ever heard of the word filibustering? Because Vinny trying to get at you, I'm trying to get at you. And you sitting up there talking, making the same damn points, and you know we hungry to get at you. I know you the big body here, but we hungry for you, and you filibustering. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's called antagonizing. That's what I'm doing.
I understand. I appreciate
And I'm almost, all I'm saying is.
Land the plane, baby. Land the plane,
The
big
plane
boy.
landed. Take it over.
Go on, Vin.
I'm old enough to remember Big Perk when he said Giannis had the 150-point game in the NBA Finals that we just gonna poo-poo, right? I also remember Giannis authoring arguably the single greatest defensive play in the history of the NBA Finals when he defended Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton and picked the point on the backboard and swatted that thing out to save Game 4 of the NBA Finals.
Cool.
You can win a game on both ends of the floor, correct? Correct. The thing with me about the Miami Heat is they are the best at finding high-value, low-rated players, the Max Struses of the world, the Duncan Robinsons of the world. If they went to the NBA Finals with those dudes and Jimmy Butler, what do we think they can do with Giannis if Giannis is still healthy and in his prime? I go back to Big Perk's Kevin Garnett in 2008. He had all those miles on his body from Minnesota, and he had won the MVP in 2004, and they didn't make it to the playoffs the next 3 years, and then he got traded to Boston. What he had left was just enough to get the Boston Celtics over the finish line for that championship. I'm not saying that's the team you have. I'm comparing player to player.
No.
And I'm saying trust Pat Riley and Andy Ellsberg and Eric Spoelstra to figure things out. The question is, will they have enough resources to go get players? Because usually it's not add superstar, get championship. Usually it takes a couple of years. But for you to yawn over it, Perk, I'm not yawning over anything. They're a threat, and I want to see how they felt the rest of this roster.
Well, Vinny, I got to admit to you, Vinny, I'm kind of disappointed in your take. Only from the standpoint, you're not wrong. Only from the standpoint that you didn't get on Big Perk as much as you should have, okay? So allow me to do it for you.
I was leaving the floor for you. I was leaving it for you.
He's sitting up here huffing and puffing like he gonna scare everybody. Real talk. Well, let me give y'all real talk. Oklahoma City gonna win the championship. Then the Spurs, I'm telling you, real talk. You heard me. The Spurs are going to win the championship. Then back to Oklahoma City, right? And then after that, it was the Knicks. All the time. There's nothing wrong with switching. Ain't nothing wrong. It's fluid. Ain't nothing wrong with switching. But the problem is the mean mug that he put on the face, flexing, all intimidating and everything, trying to scare everybody like his word is the gospel. But he changed it 4 damn times. That's the big perk that damn teddy bear. He's a wonderful human being. He's definitely lovable. He really is. But when he on the television screen, mean mugging, acting like his word is the gospel, you understand? You don't need anything else after you listen to him because he's all knowing. Keep in mind, he changed his damn pick 4 different damn times and got in our face like he was going to do something to us if we disagreed with him. Only to sit up there, end up switching, and when he was reminded about it, what did he do? Well, please. There ain't nobody falling for all of that. The fact of the matter is this. Here's the deal. Giannis Antetokounmpo is all world. When healthy, he's 30-12. Sure, you might give it to money-making Middleton. He's going to sit up there at the time, and he'll deliver the clutch shot. I understand that. Giannis isn't a shooter. Giannis is coming downhill all the time. But the reality is the number one option isn't based on who closes with a shot. Even Michael Jordan gave it to Paxson and Kerr on a couple of occasions to win a championship, for crying out loud. The point is, who does your game plan evolve around? When you're going up against Giannis Antetokounmpo, who else are you preparing for when you're going up against a team that he's on? He's that dude. Top 5 on the planet when healthy. And Pat Riley went and got him.